Hi, my name is Baruch Zeus, and today we will be talking about historical moments in one of the greatest books of all time, Lord of the Flies. I have chosen, out of my esteemed group of highly selected news reporters, the best of the best, the brains, the knowledge, the wilderness experience to navigate through these historic moments in Lord of the Flies. As Baruch Zeus, I guarantee you this will greatly impact your life. And honestly, I think you'll just be better off living a happier life, bro. Because this is one of the greatest news reports of all time. So, without further ado, I'm now going to be sending it to one of our wilderness expertisemen, Jet Burke.
You got it right.
Hello there, folks. This is Jet Burke, Local 5 News. Today, we're staying in a historical, monumental area where Lord of the Flies took place. Over there, the pig's head laid, as Simon, the boy we all knew, who was unconfident during the assemblies, laid as he talked to Lord of the Flies. As we know, Simon already knew that there was no beastie. The beastie was inside of him and everybody else. But everybody else except Simon didn't know that fact. So the reason he was talking to him was because Simon honestly was kind of down. I mean, Simon, my guy, he was very unconfident. People were just telling him to shut up at meetings. He wasn't really in it anymore. I mean, he even told, he told Ralph that he was going to survive and that Ralph was going to survive, and he wasn't. He was pretty much already given up. And then once Lord of the Flies told him that there's no point even resisting, he just walked out like an animal and got killed. So I mean, this spot right here is a monumental change of the arc of the story where savagery overtakes civilization. Thank you, Jet Burke. Your analysis upon that historical moment was nothing more or nothing less than phenomenal. Honestly, I mean, if I was a viewer watching this right now, I think I would just die of utter happiness. I can't even describe how well you did, so I'm not going to. And we're going to move on to the lab. The lab has a navigational expert who knows the inner workings of water. I know, it's crazy. But he knows everything about water, and he knows exactly how this next scene went. I'm now going to send it down to Rick Sanders.
Thank you, Carla Booth. Hi, guys. I'm Rick Sanders, and today we're going to talk about another historical moment in Lord of the Flies. So today, we're going to talk about when Piggy died. Let me tell you, when Piggy died, I was very, very sad. I didn't want to hit the waves no more. You know why? Because every time I think about hitting the waves, I think about finding Piggy's body in the water. Because Piggy, Roger, those who did not mix in the end, my guy. What happened was Roger his natural raw instincts came out and he just bolted Piggy with a rock in the head. So me now in the waves, we don't really share no more. All because Jack and Ralph were fighting and Jack's way of savagery overtook Piggy's. One of the themes I think was very essential in this scene was the cowards will die, the strong will rise. That is what happened in this scene. And this is why I'm Rick Sanders, but you know what I mean,
Thank you, Rick Sanders. From the bottom of my heart, that was a critically well-analyzed piece of video that we just consumed. Low-key, would dab. So I'm going to. Anyways, we're now going to kick it to our last news segment of the day. The man is cunning, crafty. He knows the inner workings of the brain and why people do what they do and how it can impact others around them. I'm now going to kick it to our lively friend over by the green screen room, Chad Easton. This will be the last time you see me, so it was a pleasure being your news host. Now, to Chad, my guy. Hello, I'm Chad Easton, and today we'll be talking about why Ralph was so happy to see the Navy. And let me tell you, and I never said in the book if the Navy, the officer, that it wasn't his dad, but The reason why Ralph was so deeply emotionally moved was because he was finally able to go home. He was finally able to find civilization that wasn't savage. He was able to experience things that were normal again, not distraught and incredibly insane.
Critical battery. Please charge.
He needed to charge his brain memory back to what it used to be. And that's why when the other boys saw it, they just kind of were just dumbfounded. And when he started to cry, everybody started to cry, because one of the main theme, I guess a theme in that scene was there's no place like home, and everybody deep down truly missed home. Thank you. Thank you for watching this great news segment. We'll be back again next year to discuss another great book about great authors. Thank you and goodbye.